Alright. These are the DC Comics. Which starts off with Nibiru. Right. Second of all, these are the ones that the Lord told me to show real fast. These is Nibiru. God's hand, holding up a mirror, showing the sun, burning it, just like that. Just as space just looks just like this. It is called the ferment. As the evil will be God's asteroid. The ferment. You never heard of it? Here you are. Right there. Oh, what's that? The angel with a book in his hand. A little book, huh? As the evil that are below a 4 will be cast out. And anything above a 4 will be a 5 or a 6. And they will be torched. As the people have already accepted the mark of the beast, which is the Apple iPhone. The mark of the beast, the Apple iPhone, which once someone usually gets an Apple iPhone, they want it, and they want it badly. But once it comes out, when Hillary demands a break of the mark, of the hexagonal rainbow, and no one even knows what 666 stands for. It is a hexagon, but a black hexagon, as this is a white one, and it's the apple with the black seed in it. And when you go to Hades, you will need, no, not Hades, I mean hell, you will need a torch there, because it is dark. As these are the 4, these are the Nazca picture, Nazca lines. This is exact. This is what it is. Do you believe? This is that. As even no one even tried to figure out the puzzle piece. The puzzle piece is the map of Jacob's ladder of Nazca lines. But no one even wants to look, because no one even, it says all through the Bible to look and you shall find, but no one looks. They just listen to their pastors. Shame on you pastors and preachers that fall to greed. Which are the books. And you guys all will be judged for it. Thus says the Lord God. Jacob's ladder, huh? The apple. And people just takes, let's buy a phone that has an apple, a bite out of it. It says Satan told Eve to take that bite. And so she did. So there was division of the soul. How people need to wake up. Because there's not much time. Because as the angel was granted wings, the 5th, as the angels aren't fallen angels in the book of Revelation, does it say that they're fallen? There are 7 of them. There are 7 fallen ones too. There are 2 golden lampstands, 2 messiahs, as it says. But people don't say that in church, do they? The second Messiah is Christ. Christ wasn't his name. Jesus Christ, his name. His name wasn't Christ. What does Christ mean? It means Messiah. What was his name then? I don't know. It could have been Joseph. It could have been John. It definitely wasn't Peter. But maybe it's James. Because James was his brother. But there was 3. As it says that 3 followed Jesus. It was Peter, John, and James. And there were 7 beloved disciples with Mark, John, James, Peter, Mary, and was it Timothy? Oh no, there's 2 other ones. But there's 7, and those are the 7 whose kingdoms it belongs to. But people are blind. Very, very blind. Alright. Nibiru, again, which is Mars. What does Mars stand for? S-Ram. Satan's realm. That is Mars spelled backwards. S-Ram. Satan's realm. Satan's realm. As the 3 pyramids of Giza are not the mark of the beast. They are a holding cell. They are a holding cell. They are a jail. They are 3 different dimensions. They are 3 different sizes. 3 different sizes the pyramid of Giza are. And these are the floating heads that will come with Nibiru as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, which is a soul. The Egyptians told us it was a soul. They were the first. Why don't you listen to the first people that are on this planet, people? And shame on you, preachers, for not teaching the right word of this book. Shame on you. Horrible. And this is called the ferment. It's a torch, and it's God's ashtray. These are the ones who are 5, 6, and over. Will go in that, and they will be quenched. Quenched. They will be burnt. Look familiar, I guess? Alright. As I said, right on the walls, that you will need a torch. It is dark now. And when you enter the pyramid where the dome of the rock is, there is a hole underneath the rock. If you go in there, you go into another dimension. You see what I'm saying? Go in there yourself and go crawl in that hole and see what happens to you. You will go to S-Ram. There are little mini people that live there. Kind of like Michael J. Fox. Has foxes. They go where they wish. They go in and out of holes, jumping all around. Hey, what's up, duck? Same with a rabbit. A rabbit goes back and forth too. And a rabbit dipped in blood does what he will. He doesn't listen to duck. He only listens to Jesus. Because he is us. And there is a gardener. And he's the one that trims. As Mary thought it was the gardener. The gardener. Hello, people. By Jesus' tomb. No one ever paid attention to the gardener, did they? What is wrong with people? You have to read this book yourself. You start off with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And then, as I go to John. And then I look at my time when I made that video. I go to John right here. John, what time is it right now? We're looking at 2:30. I'll go to 2:30. John 2:30. People do not read. Do not read at all. Let's see what John 2:30 is. John 2:30. John 2:30. Come on. Yeah, I'm on John. I'm almost there. John 2:30. Shoot. So John 2:3. All right. Start here. And on the 3rd day, there was a wedding. There was a wedding in Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And Jesus also was invited, and his disciples, to the wedding. That's right. Sounds like the wedding feast. Alright, let's see what else we got. And when the wine gave out, oh yeah, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what do I have to do with you? My hour has not yet come." My hour has not yet come. He was telling his mom, "Hey, woman!" It's like joking around. Come on. My hour has not yet come. He was not talking about the hour of him being on the cross. Talking about my hour has not yet come. I still got an hour to drink. Leave me alone. And Jesus said to her, okay, his mother said to the servants, which were his friends, "Whatever he says to you, do it." Or you guys do it, like you guys spoil him. Or do it, just do it. Trust me. Like you guys just spoil him because they're his servants. Come on. Now there were 6 stone water pots set there for the Jewish custom of purification, containing 20. His hour's not going to come. Did it only take an hour for him to be on that cross? No, it did not. It took him, what was it? Was it 3.5? It was a lot. It was a week or something. I think he rose in 3.5, or a little bit under 3.5. His mother said to this. Okay, all right. Jesus said to them, "Fill the water pots with water," and they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Draw some out now, and take it to the head waiter." The head waiter. And they took it to him. And when the head waiter tasted the water, which had become wine, and did not know where it came from, but the servants who had drawn the water knew, the head waiter called the bridegroom and said to him, "Every man serves the good wine first, and when men have drunk freely, then which is poorer, you have kept the good wine until now." The beginning of his signs Jesus did in Cana and Galilee, and manifested his glory in the disciples. His mom didn't have any wine. He's like, "Leave me alone, woman. I'm trying to drink here." So he made his own. Did you get it? So people don't read it. I'll see right here. This is where I started. So now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover during his feast, many believed in his name, beholding his signs which he was doing. But Jesus on his part was not entrusting himself to them. That's right, he wasn't. It's like, no way. For he knew all men. Yes, he did. Just by looking at them. He could tell if they're good or not. It's called movement. It's called vibration. It only takes a couple minutes, dude. Because everyone moves a certain way, how they are. And lying is the easiest one to detect. And because he did not need anyone to bear witness concerning man, for he himself knew what was in man. Yes. And you know what is in everybody? Judgment. They judge. People judge each other. Constantly, every day. Judging. Isn't that one of the 10 Commandments? Judgment? Shouldn't you give up your seat of, say you won $10 million? Shouldn't you give up that seat and give it all to that other disciple? The one that was least, but the one that is most, that you know, is called, you gotta hand it off. Everyone hands it off. As I hand it off. Just keeps going around in circles. How it works, so how we don't die. You gotta hand it off, dude. And I'll hand it off. And they'll hand it off. That's how it is. Hand it off.